And things,
I'm just about to do that now. Hey guys, we're just going live the new a wee bit earlier, and we're just going to let it build up before we start talking about equipment and stuff. Sherry and Drew's here, always.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Let's get Sherry toot. Sherry toot. There we go.
Yep, we'll let it fill up, guys.
So how
I'm
have
just
you been?
going to share out.
So what you been up to, Drew? What interesting things have you been doing today?
Oh, I've been doing loads of witchy stuff today, so I have.
Witchy stuff.
Yep. I've got a few oils and things I've mixed myself that I'm going to put out as wee testers. I've got a couple of pouches that I've made up. I'm sending out as testers just to like Adobe and things to hopefully they'll give me reviews on them and I can put them on like the quick page and app page and things.
Hey Scottish Outlooker, hey Dobie Sock, hey Misty, hey Abraxas. How are you all?
I don't know why I can't hear so good. Wait, I'll grab my earphones, guys.
I'm just tweeting this out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Plus I need to share it on the old, what do you call it, Facebook.
Hello, everyone in the room. Hope you're okay, angels.
Hi, Misty. Hi, Braxis. Hi, Dobie Socks. That's all I can see just now. Wait till we see. Scroll up a bit. Scottish Outlooker. Hi, welcome everybody.
I'm just posting this stuff here.
My fault we were late again, guys. Sorry. You know what I'm like.
There we go. That's posted. Go back to this so I can...
See, the trouble is in my house, I say to everybody, I'm going live at past, and then come 25 past, or sure as anything, somebody will say, I need this done, and you're like, raging.
We're letting it fill up, We'll get 5 minutes, let it fill up. We've got 15 people watching live.
Oh, wow. Welcome, 15. Guys.
Oh, did you send it to Danny, in case he wants to come in?
I'm just doing it into the group chat.
Right, no bother.
I'm trying to make sure. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you fine. We can hear you absolutely fine.
I can hear you better now.
If you're having trouble hearing us, you need to turn the volume up on your device.
Yeah, see, my volume's right away up on my laptop. It's right away up at 100, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, why it's doing this today.
Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Abraxas, Mr. Cat's Dobbies, me, Shells.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Hello, Jacqueline.
So, we're talking tonight about basically equipment and stuff that you use on ghost hunting, and we have our two excellent guests here tonight. We have Drew and we have Sherry, and they have all their little gadgets.
Yeah, but I've got my box right beside me here that I can show you some stuff.
What's that, Scottish Outlooker? Instead of my iPhone, I'm watching on my laptop tonight, so much better. There we go.
Oh, get down, move it.
Everybody's got dogs.
Lie down.
That's what ghost hunters will
lie down.
Hello, Scottish Outlooker.
It's because I opened my box with all my see, that's because I opened my box with all my gadgets in it. She knows what's coming.
What?
Yeah, no, he's just got up when I've just lifted my stuff.
She's just
started whinging. Stop, Dash.
See that? Like, see the EMF meter. How does that actually work? Does it actually pick up like electrical?
Right. Well,
electromagnetic field detecting, so right? It picks up on the energy of the field and the energy of the spirit.
Aye.
It's actually got my mobile beside it, right? So see, so see if say like a text message or something comes through, or even if I put the internet on and off. Wait, I'll show you.
There's Chasing Bones in. Hey Danny, do you want to come in and
hello,
Danny? Equipment? I'll just invite. I'll just copy the link.
Danny had a good video out today, guys. He was showing us all how to make our own EMF pump.
Yes.
Which is very expensive. So let's see if
hello, Ron. Hello, Colleen.
Right, look, the internet's been off. Wait, I'll turn it back on now and watch the meter.
That's amazing, that, isn't it? So it's picking up in the electric field. Remember that time we went ghost hunting up to...
That's how you've got to turn it off if you're going investigations. Just put it on airplane mode, your phones and things.
Aye, you got to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what can happen, because sometimes my phone's always in my pocket. Maybe you can't see it.
Yeah.
Aye. Hey, Chasing Bones, my friend. Hey, Ron. How are you? Ron Weasley. There's a Harry Potter fan there.
I don't know why I'm not here.
It doesn't do it majorly. Normally it's if like a strong current comes from the phone that it sets it off. Like if you can set that K2 meter thing off next to a mobile, but not right next to it. Like if you got one on one side of the table and the other, it will not interfere with
it won't interfere. It's got to be as close as I showed you. It's got to be like that kind of close.
So in theory, see like REM pods, they put out the REM pods with the AL and the lights that flash. In theory, that's working the same way. It's just one of them inside that wee box, and it's putting out
basically, it's a bit different because with the actual REM pod, the REM pod's much like the cat balls. They've got to get that close to it and maybe touch it. But whereas with the meters can pick it up. You can actually set the meters to have like
a certain
radiation.
Stood over here.
Yeah.
And still set it off. With the REM pod, they won't. The REM pod, like literally the REM pod, you have to be right up on top of it and practically nearly touching it.
Yeah. See, like this one, for example, I can set that it will only go off. Like if I had my phone sitting there, it's got to be like a 3 megagauss or a 5 megagauss type of thing, so that it won't go off with the mobile phone just at a 2. So you all can tell the difference. In case I'm maybe out live streaming one day and I need my phone, that I can set this meter that it will only go off for anything under like 3. So basically, you know that it is spirit and it's not just like the radio waves coming off your phone.
That's a REM pod.
Aye, it's quite a loud one. That means you had that one, that investigation you had.
Well, it's going to be loud, but if I show you, right, let me stick it somewhere because it is loud. I will warn you.
Yeah,
so it's there, and if it's going to stand, please stand for 2 seconds. Aura, help me. That's it. Thank you. So at the minute, it's not going to do anything.
You've got to get right close.
And when you pick it up as well.
Does it not go for Dash's ears?
I'll tell you something.
No, they're staring at me. It doesn't bother him.
See, Sparkle's sitting right beside me because I've got all the meters sitting. And the minute I turn on this one especially, she'll go crazy.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
That's Dash. Please, I apologise. Dash is in a mood at the minute.
I thought it was going to be someone speaking through the cameras.
The laser grid pens were really good to detect when spirits are walking around and things like that.
Yeah.
Temperature gun, which will measure temperatures in rooms and when there's sudden drops or heightens in temperature. So they're really good.
The opposite for mine. Mine's is the blue, but yours is the black.
Yeah.
The one she likes because it's got the laser on it.
This guy's a show no further.
Get down. Look.
Obvious.
Sparkle. That's
a really good spirit box. Really, really good. But it sounds very robotic.
I like that. Jerry, I like that one.
This one is it's a device that's got a built-in dictionary, and they can manipulate the words that they want and say it through. This is only meant to give out one word, but this has been known to say sentences, which is not meant to do.
Get rid of this.
So yeah, that's a good one to have. You've got the blue, and I've got the black and the grey.
Here we have the man himself, Danny. Will you look what he
And then you've got like the old school investigation, because I do like to do new investigation work, but I like to do old school as well. So I'll use things like water and put lids in it, sound frequencies, dowsing rods. These are all old school ways for investigating. So
and the best is my dad had a pair of dowsing rods because he was a builder, and sometimes in the building sites they would use the dowsing rods to find where the water was, and he looked for ages there in the hut to try and find me his old dowsing rods, but he couldn't find them.
I might want to try
Hi,
that.
Danny.
Hi,
Hey,
sweetheart.
pups.
Hi, honey.
And then, EMF.
See, I
Another
like the
field
one with the
detector
voices
that
come up.
picks up on spiritual energy and energies around the field.
I like using old school because, well, I'm old school,
Aye.
you know.
I watched your video on how to make an
Oh,
EMF pump, and I've shared it and things out because I think a lot of people will find that really interesting. How easy it could be to make an EMF pump.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, the best tool for investigations is yourself.
Well, of course, and
Well,
your
You know, that
recorder.
is the best one. But
Get down, or I'm hunting you at the room. Down.
yeah,
I do
obviously the best tool is yourself, but
you just can't see
you gotta
things happening, so you do need equipment.
you have to have equipment to prove to other
Yeah.
people what's
I've
actually
got a recorder, but I keep forgetting to use it.
Hey, Abby. Hey, Scottish.
Move.
Take it in.
Yeah,
Hey,
your
guys.
EVPs.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sean.
like
Move.
I said, you know, the best tool is yourself, but sadly in paranormal, if you don't have equipment, you're not going to be seeing what the spirits are doing or what they're saying, unless you're. And you know, anyone can. You know, it's easy for us to be able to sit there and say what the spirits are saying or what we're feeling and stuff like that, but you guys can't physically see it, can you? So
I can mind it. I mean, I can mind when I'm going back maybe 20 years ago. Right? See, ghost hunting equipment 20 years ago was dirt cheap, right?
Yeah.
See, because the Ghost Adventurers and Most Haunted and all these TV programs, see, a simple recording device is ridiculous prices.
Well, yeah. And it's funny that you guys are talking about REM pods because my next one is how to build REM pod.
That'll be good because I'm interested.
And like Sherry was saying, there is a big difference between the two. They do work on the same principle. They work on static energy, EMF, electromagnetic energy. But see, the REM pods I'm going to show you how to build either the next one or the one after, depends. The next REM pod I'm going to show you how to build is going to have both a negative and a positive energy field. So if something negative, so basically you're going to have a red light and a green light and a clear light. Okay, the clear light means the power's on.
Right.
The red light and the green light will always be on. Now, if something negative comes to the antenna or comes close to the pod, the red light's going to brighten up, the green light will dim down. See? Now, if something positive comes, the green light will brighten up really bright and the red light will drop down. So you'll be able to tell exactly what type of energy it is that's coming in the room.
Right, interesting. That'll be good.
So that's the next thing I'm going to show you guys how to build. And you could probably do it for about $6.
Wow, excellent.
I went on to Amazon because I was going to buy a REM pod and stuff like that, and I was shocked
at
the prices of one REM pod.
Yeah, that EMP pump I taught you how to build on my last episode yesterday. The EMP pump that I showed you how to build is going to cost you, even if you went to Radio Shack and bought the little motor thingy, okay, to build the whole thing is going to cost you $4.
Wow.
Right?
And use a margarine tub you could put it in, Dana. Just even a simple margarine tub.
Yeah. And that's it. You just put it in the margarine tub or whatever. When I make the REM pod, I'm going to actually build the container to put it in so you guys can see how.
Right.
But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1 pound margarine container, put all the batteries, electronic stuff on the lid, and put the stuff that can't move through the bottom, you see?
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint it red, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put sea bass in yellow around it so it looks really cool.
Yeah, of course.
But you can make your own. Like I like those.
I go straight to
right?
greener.
Like when I used to make these years ago. Like, now I don't know why they're such a great big deal because I mean we were using those 35 years ago. We just built them. We used to remember those old little motor race cars you used to get
Yes.
My brother had
I
some.
used to take the motor out of that and put the thing on. I made my own like 35 years ago. You know?
Wow, Dara. See, if you'd only patented it that way back then, you would have earned a fortune.
Well, you had to make crap because there was nothing there for you to buy.
Yeah.
You know, so anything, you know, like I still use my old compass. I still use my rods. I still use all this other stuff. But really, I mean, all EMF is, all it is a polar opposite reacting with another. So you're getting your negative and your positive in turmoil, right? So spinning a magnet around, what are you doing? You're making EMF, right?
Well, true.
So, I mean, it's really not that
It's simple when you think about it, isn't it? It's just having the knowledge how to put it all together.
It's shocking the prices.
Hey, Ghost Rangers, I love your symbol there. You know, that's my symbol too. So
yep. What's that called again?
Those Ghost Rangers.
Is that Celtic symbol?
Something to do with Celtic something, but it's not. It's another form of Celtic cross or something, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's the Trinity.
Trinity, that's right. I knew it was something to do with the Celtic.
The never-ending high. It's really nice, that Ghost Rangers.
It's to show you how everything goes round and round and still stays in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, like when you draw it, you go down, then over, then back, then up, and then into a circle. It's all one line, which shows you that everything in life and on this planet and in the universe, everything is connected.
It's quite similar to the pentagram, Tiana. It's quite similar.
It's similar, yeah. It's similar.
Similar.
See, because I was telling you I had a nervous eye last night. Well, I did my nails today. And guess what I did my nails as? Look.
Oh, look
an eye. I thought I'll give Dobby a laugh. It's an eye.
There you go. That's good.
My right eye wouldn't stop twitching last night. She was calling me twitchy witchy. So when I was doing my nails today, I found two blue eyes. So I made my one's eyes. I said, I'll make you show Dobby.
What would you say was the most expensive thing you've ever bought?
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
But anyway, so I'm making that. And here's what I used to do. I used to take and go into my room that I want to investigate, right? So I'd go in there with my reel-to-reel, my tape deck player, all the other stuff that I use, and do an investigation for an hour. And then I leave, and I go have my coffee break. But while I was gone, I'd put 3 or 4 of these EM pumps in the room, right? Oh, and I'd take still shots and all that shit. But anyway, then after my 20-minute break, after the room's been charging for a bit, I go in and redo my investigation. And I take the still pictures. Now, I've been there 12 hours, 14 hours, investigating this place. Not one bloody orb, okay?
Right.
Once I had those things running, I went in there. The place was packed with orbs. There was like 30 or 40 different orbs. And they're all different sizes, shapes, everything else. I got a couple of really amazing EVPs out of the deal on my reel-to-reel machine, so I mean, like they really do work really good. But the thing is, don't try to read EMF in the room because it's pointless. But anyway, it works really good. But you want to do it separate. Like, so basically you're doing 2 investigations, okay? Mm-hmm. And that is a really good time to use the white noise, the blue noise, stuff like that. You can find that on the channel too. My beautiful, wonderful daughter can probably give you a link to her. Because I think she's got it downloaded.
Yeah, Sherry did that a couple of weeks ago with the red noise.
I use my pop frequencies that he had.
Yeah. And on the lighter colors, like on the white, yellow, gray, you can hear the voices just like you do with anything else, okay? But it does take a little bit of time to learn how to use it. On the darker colors, you can say, could you walk over here? And you'll literally hear them walking on the floor, right?
Right.
So
is these different colors stronger than other colors then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the lighter colors are easier for their energy, for voice, right? like because your
Right.
voice is higher, right? But you know, you think about when you go like this, like say with the violet, you can go, and they will go
Right.
because it's a heavier.
Yeah, they will respond.
It's a heavier noise, right? And that's a good time to do it is when you fill the room up with because then they got all that energy. They'll interact more with you. You know what I mean? Because now they know, oh, this person's actually trying to give us energy, not trying to, you know. So a lot of times that'll help out.
Here's a thing that I've always wanted to know, right? And I've always wondered this, right? See how you get orbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's two questions here. One, what are the orbs? Is that the good spirits traveling about? Second, why do you get different coloured ones? Like you'll get red ones and blue ones and green ones and multicoloured ones.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Orbs are the first form of an energy, and it also sometimes they can show in the orb situation when they're trying to manifest as well. And the reasons for colours of orbs can be many things. That could be different spirits. Some of the orb colours represent your guides and your protectors and so on. So that, you know, when you see these different coloured orbs, they represent different different energies.
And they can also represent different types of spirits.
Yes.
You know, look around you. Yeah. We have people, like they say, the white person, right? But the white person has about 40 shades of color.
Yes.
Right? The yellow person, there's about 40 shades of color. Like everybody's different. So why shouldn't the orbs be different?
So exactly. It's just their energy. It's just who they are. It's their soul, their spirit. It's who they are. So yeah, it is used for traveling. They do go into that form to travel quicker. But the main reason for orbs is just showing the first sign of a spiritual energy being there.
Yeah, and sometimes they just try to communicate that they are there, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's mainly for travel, you know.
Yeah, it is. That is the main reason they use their orb. It's for traveling.
I mean, it doesn't take any energy for them to be a little ball of light and go zoop, right? Mm-hmm. But for them to make a full apparition, I mean, that's some energy, right? So why not just take the best means of travel, just like we would?
Yeah.
It must be amazing how they can travel so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I mean?
Blink of an eye, you know?
Instant. I mean, for instance, if my spirit was here now, which I don't know if he is or not, but he could go to you, Danny, and back again.
Yeah,
within a second.
Yeah, but they are very quick.
Well, you got to understand, the spirits, they all run on the ley lines. Everybody understands that.
I'm right next to one.
However, they also run on the timeline. Right? Now, the timeline goes all the way back to the beginning of history, all the way to the future. Right? So if a spirit jumps on the timeline, blink, now they're 80 years ahead or 80 miles ahead, right? Or whatever. There is no time restraint.
I've heard that.
No, spirits. There isn't a time stream of spirits.
So
they just zip along the timeline, zoom.
So you're saying, right?
It's like they could be in a room with you, talking to you, and that, yeah. And you could go to another room, and they could just zap themselves from one room to the other, not without even walking. They've only got to think of being ahead of you or behind, and they'd be there. That is just, it's like telepath. They can do telepath. You know, they can go from one room to another without even having to walk.
I mean,
they just think it.
I've heard in the spirit world, there's no time, right?
No,
so
there isn't.
They could have 100 years sitting on a bench, and it'd be like a second here, right?
Yeah.
So there's no time over there, right? So can they go back in time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Astro does all the time. Then Astro does it all the time. He goes all over the place.
So in theory, if I died tomorrow, hypothetically, I could go 500 years into the future and see what it was like.
Yeah.
Quite interesting, that.
Well, I was told that when my son-in-law died, Billy, he had loads of different plans to go to all these different countries and things when he was alive. And I was talking to a psychic. Me and Kerry was talking to a psychic. The guy I was wanting on my channel to talk about the Ouija board, Ryan, and he told us that Billy was travelling right now, that he was visiting different places he had never been in things, and that it would take him a few, maybe months to years to come back to here, basically, to speak to us, because he was like he was revisiting happy moments in his past, and he was visiting places that he always wanted to go and things. So
Lay down.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so I did hear that you can visit like places in your past, like memories of your childhood and things. You can go revisit
Hey,
that type
Coffin.
of thing.
Yeah,
Scotty,
no, they can visit the
Is
past,
that
but
what
they
you're
can
about to
visit
talk
the
about then?
future as well. And like they see a lot of things in spiritual form. You'll see a lot more in the spiritual form to what you would in a real life. To put it that way, they do see a lot of things. So
for Scottish outlooker, one fact that is like written in stone, basically, if you see a gold or yellow orb around you, there's only two possibilities. It's either a family member, because it has to be a bloodline, or a guardian spirit.
yeah,
Right.
yellow is guardian or family. Yeah.
Right.
There's only two things that can be yellow and gold, and that's guardian spirit or a family spirit.
Okay.
I'm
Interesting.
gonna take this call.
Also, the
That's
gold
okay.
and the yellow color also represents the spirituality as well.
So what about the blue
Like
ones
in the
then?
divine light, when you're doing like meditation, they will say either the gold, yellow, or the silver light, which
Mostly
represents
blue
the
orbs I see around
positive.
here. It's mostly when I put the cameras and that on to see the orbs and things. It's usually blue, like a moony colour. You know, like the moon type of orb.
So, in a sense, right, everybody, when you're dead, you can go for colour. So what about demonic demons in a sense then?
They don't even bother with orbs.
They
I
don't
don't
have
think.
I think they don't have a soul in a sense. They don't have they'll be in the dark realms then, aren't they?
Like with negative energy, they can give off like a ball looking sort of thing, but it wouldn't be a ball because of what they are. It's more like a mist or a sort of shadowy shape where they would
Sneaky
move.
thing, isn't it?
Sometimes on a camera it would show as being like a black, reds, greys. It can, to be honest, a colour is a colour, and a lot of people represent certain colours to being of a certain nature when any colour can represent anything. You could have a perfectly nice spirit that walks around with a black orb. It's just that it likes the black colour, or it represents who they are. It doesn't mean necessarily that they're negative. You know what I mean? Like orbs and colours don't, like when you get these people to say when you see a black orb or you see a red orb, that represents bad. No, because red orbs actually represent spiritual energies as well. The higher powers. It's all different.
Make no mistake, the only color that's reserved is yellow or gold. That's the only color.
Right.
Yeah. And that is a spiritual power and a family power.
Black. An angel, if it wants to, can be black. A demon, if it wants to, can be white. Right?
Yep, they can. They don't have to be black. Like a lot of people would put them to red or black, but they're not always.
Yeah, I've mostly seen the ones.
Really matter.
I've mostly seen the ones that look typically like the moon, where it's like a white kind of mysticky look. You know, it's like just that's the kinds I typically see in here. Is the ones that's like that's all we can
demonic spirits can form a sort of orb, but it's not an orb like what a spirit does. Like their orb, when you look at them moving, it'd look more like a misty sort of shape or a tail, or that they'll have something that represents that they're not normal to the other spirits. You kind of can tell when they're about.
The most negative spirits that I've seen, like in light form, okay. Mostly the spirits that I see that are really negative appear as rods more than a circle. Okay, like if they're kind of nasty, now it doesn't mean they're evil, but if they're nasty attitude to the devil himself, I suppose, they will they seem to be in the shape of the orbs, like the nastier ones. Okay, and then there's ones that look like an S with a little snake head on it. Those are definitely demons. Those are demons.
Are they?
They're 100% guaranteed. Those are demons.
Goodness God.
See, I heard that. I did hear that they're more like a snaky figure. They're more like that's like they're ripped. I don't know why they do it that way, but that's what I've kind of been with the studies that I've done, is what they typically try and look like. I think it's them trying to form a new environment or something. It's the way they do it, isn't it?
I mean, you think
It'll
about
be
it,
in Jacqueline. It's in one of my So You Want to Be a Paranormal Investigator. It's in that series, one of those series. If you look in the you know
Yeah,
what?
it's definitely on the.
I'll re-download it on this series, so it's easier to find. I'll do that probably
Yeah.
tonight for you. And then just download it yourself right off of there, and yeah, and anything that's on my channel that's with the paranormal. If you guys can use it, if it's going to be helpful to you, that's why it's there. I mean, feel free to.
Yeah, I need to try it. We'll definitely need to try it.
Noise frequencies, if you can't get it off of Pups at the minute, you can get it off my channel. I've got the noise frequencies on my channel, which are from
share your channels.
Yeah, my daughter's got them on her channel. I got them on my channel. Mine's in the Want to Be Paranormal series.
Definitely need to try it, guys.
I've posted the link for Danny's channel. I've posted the link for Danny's channel there, but please, guys, share your links in the chat because it helps everybody grow. And second day,
Sherry had that around her at the Sherwood Forest. We were told it was elemental. Yeah, and there was a lot of elemental energies at the Sherwood Forest. A lot.
That's what I was about to say there. I mean, you mentioned something, Danny. See rods.
Thank you, Cheryl.
What are
What's
rods?
That?
Rods. What are they? Because I've seen a program about. No. Rods, the things that fly. See if you slow down the video. A lot of people think they're some kind of crazy type of creature. I mean, what are they?
No, they're just spirits. Okay.
Just like orbs.
Usually in rod shapes, because especially the rods that twist and bounce up and down and shit like that, go all over the place. Those are just nasty ass spirits. Okay. Now it could just be somebody who was an arsehole in life and now he's an arsehole in death, right? Or it could be something worse, could be something a lot worse. But the human spirit, the good human spirit, or even the neutral human spirits, they all can be orbs or just little misshapen orbs, or they can be whatever. But the more they are away from humanity, okay, basically what happens, the more the spirit drifts from humanity, the straighter it gets, the less emotion it gets, the less ups and downs it gets, the less, right?
Right.
The reason the rods come is because this person no longer feels joy or sadness or happiness. There's nothing. It's a flat line.
A bit like your when you're taking your what do you call it, your heart monitor, and that it goes up and down, I suppose the way you flat line, isn't it? If you get it
flat line means there's nothing left, right? And the up and down means you're fighting to live.
Right.
Okay?
So
it's the same thing. It's the same thing if you think of it as a parallelical scope. The circles and the off circles and everything, they're all fighting to live as good spirits. The ones that are flat, they've got nothing left. Now, in saying that, it is still good to talk to them, because if it is a human spirit, maybe that spirit just needs to get something off their chest to start feeling again. Maybe they just need someone to say,
maybe some contact or something even.
Maybe they just want someone to say, okay, you know what? Maybe nobody else will, but I will forgive you, right?
Right.
Yes.
Maybe that's what they need, just a little spark of life given back to them, so that, just like a jumper on someone that had a heart attack, right?
Right.
Maybe something nice you do for them will let them change back into.
Maybe that's how Mr. Mackenzie because I spoke to him like a human instead of like this big black entity he's supposed to be. Maybe that's how he likes me,
Yes, Cheryl, I have been to Sherwood Forest, and yes, I have seen rods. I had rods flying around me. In some witch faiths, rods are not looked at as negative. Rods are looked at as a spiritual energy to do with the elementals that are connected to witches. So they can be different things. I did have a lot of them flying around me at Sherwood Forest.
Yeah,
and there is a lot of energy at Sherwood Forest where a lot of bad stuff happened. So they were mixed.
Yeah, forget elementals are neutral.
Right.
Right? They're neutral. They can be a straight rod if they want to too.
Yeah.
They can be anything. That's
The
what I was
ones
about
that
to
were
say.
around me and you see flying around my head and doing whatever were protecting me because of the
Yeah.
energies that were there. So,
Yeah. Absolutely.
So-
Yeah, you gotta really watch for dust particles, for bugs, for everything
yeah.
else. But you know, if you see an orb, you know an orb, right? Because it's got its own light energy, it's got its own movement, it moves in a
Find that video.
pattern rather
definitely.
than just falling down or blowing.
When it sees you and it changes direction pretty quick, doesn't it?
Yeah,
with orb, like dust only goes in one direction, where
Yeah.
orbs will move and change direction. So when people say, "No, that's dust," it's not. If they're moving and they're changing direction, going off the opposite way, that is not dust. That is an orb
like
of the spirit. You know what I mean?
I've seen an orb go like this, then down, then back, and make a perfect square.
Right.
And
Just
then
let you go.
Then it made a triangle right after that. Now you're telling me that's dust? No, that's intelligence.
Dust literally moves in one direction, and for a lot of it, you'll see that it's coming down, and there's quite a lot of it together. It's all bundled together, and it looks a bit mystified more than it does orbs. Like you can tell the difference.
What I don't understand, when you see an orb, if you know there's an orb there and you can see the orb, why don't investigators say, "Hey, could you make a circle? Can you make a square?
Yeah.
Can you make a
Too
triangle?"
quick to dismiss them, isn't they?
And if that orb makes that triangle or that orb makes a square, then what do you say?
Yeah, I'll be down, Dobie. Definitely today, Sherwood Forest.
It's like, hey, can you make a circle? You know, or could you make a cross? Right?
I've seen some crazy videos out there.
The very first video,
like this, you know, or could you go like this? And then if it does it right after you ask it,
I mean, I seen a video.
Tell me now what, you know?
I mean, I seen a
That's why you always
video.
see me say to them, come to the camera and move in front of the camera and then go back, or I say go from left to right or go downwards and upward. Like I get them to do different things, because then you can see the difference between what's a spirit orb and what is dust. Dust isn't going to listen to you and start doing what you tell it to do. A spirit is. You know what I mean? So,
no, what I'm just saying is that I've seen videos on YouTube, right, where there's dust. You can tell it's dust. It's floating about, right? But then you'll get the wee blue orb will come out and it'll stop. And then it'll go straight up and it'll stop. Then it'll go across and it'll stop. Then it'll come back down, it'll stop, and it'll just shoot off. Dust does not do that. Dust
doesn't do that. It wouldn't be able to.
The very first video I ever put up on my YouTube channel is the one that I took in my living room, just video and everything. And I had put it up because I was a novice a way back in 2015. I had put it up as look at the orbs in my living room. But through time, I've actually re-edited it, and I've said something like, spot the orbs to the difference between light flare things, because now 5 years down the line I can see what ones is the orbs and what ones isn't the orbs, do you know what I mean? But whereas at first I was assuming that they were all orbs, but now I can see that some of them weren't. But there is definitely orbs on it. But it's my very first video ever on YouTube.
Yeah, and it is like it's you're training yourself as you're doing each investigation, and every investigation you learn a little more, and you get a little bit more discreet and a little bit more picky about what you're gonna put your name to, right? That's just the way it is, and that's the way it should be.
That's why I re-edited the video, because I had put it down as all orbs until I realised what the difference between the orbs, maybe a fly or maybe like just the light flare things, but you can see orbs in it as well. So I basically re-edited the video just so that people knew that I wasn't just saying it was all orbs. But it's actually one of my most popular videos.
I mean, I've noticed quite a lot of, she's Sherry. When I've been on a lot of your live streams, there's been some crazy stuff. I mean, there was that video at Mind. Did you look at that video, Sherry, the one that I sent you? Mind, it was a short clip. Mind, I sent it to you.
It was the one that was wee fairy.
No, one, but it was just last week. It was I think it was Saturday or Sunday night. I was on your live, Sherry, and it was the wee, and it looked like, I kid you not, I slowed that right down, and it looks like a wee figure with a set of wings flapping away.
Probably will be.
Yeah, and you'll notice as well when I do my live streams, you'll see a lot of spiritual orb energy around. You'll see them flashing, changing colour, doing all sorts of things, because they're very at home and they've got used to doing that. So, and like I do have a lot of things around them that benefits for them to be able to have energy as well, which is why you see it a lot in my house. So,
see you later, Jack.
You later, Jacqueline.
Night, Jacqueline.
Hi, Jack.
Have a night, darling.
Bye.
But
When you go,
Orbs are fascinating. Orbs are really, really cool to watch.
But I think a lot of paranormal investigators nowadays dismiss them. You know,
What's
and I
that,
don't
Danny?
think they should.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Danny?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
now.
I can hear you.
I was just Danny was going to say something. What was it you were going to say, Danny?
Oh, well, I don't remember. But
Yeah.
basically, it was along the lines of orbs. If you're investigating a place, this is another thing to consider. If you're investigating a place and there's no orbs for 8 or 9 hours, then all of a sudden, boom, you got orbs.
Yeah.
You know, that's another good sign, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you've been there for like hours with none of that happening, then suddenly it's starting to happen. That is
And
normally
maybe
a
that's
telltale sign there's got something going on there. You know what I mean?
maybe
Because
that's all that
if it
spirit
was
can
dust
do,
or if it
you
was
know?
that sort of thing, it'd be around there 24/7, wouldn't it? The whole 9
Yeah.
hours, and it hasn't been. So
And I
Here's a
think a lot
question.
of these spirits, that's all they can manage to manifest. I mean, I dare say it takes time for when you do cross over to be able to like manifest yourself and different
but that's
things
the
like
thing.
that. So that's maybe just all
like I
that
said to
spirit
you in
can
the
do.
last one, you've got to learn yourself to be that way. Your body
Yeah.
completely changes from when you're living. Like they don't just automatically pass away and start walking on your ground and that. You've got to learn your body to be able to walk above the ground and not sink and things like that, because it's a different body, isn't it? So they've got to learn themselves to be able to do that. The same as touching, moving things, all sorts. They have to learn themselves. So
yeah, it's just
That's a very nice picture, Danny. Behind Danny, they're just saying that Scottish Outlooker says the picture behind Danny is very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you see the card? Oh, where did I do it?
All right, here's a question for you. If you could have any ghost hunting equipment whatsoever, what would the first thing be?
The card
Danny,
that Thinking of Others sent me, look.
Oh, that's nice. That's very
nice.
nice.
I stole that picture off your thing.
I just got it in the other day. It's really nice, isn't it? Even the envelopes. Oh, I know why to show the envelope at the beginning, but look, even the envelope's lovely. Thank you, Thinking of Others. It's really appreciated.
I think my main equipment that I really want to get, that I haven't got yet, is my night vision camera, and I would like an EMF pump so that I can bring more energy into the room. Like for me, I'm not really one of those investigators that go out and buy the really up-to-date gadgets. I don't believe that you need to have really expensive equipment to get good evidence. You know, you can still get good evidence with your everyday equipment. And being old school as well, I'm not one of these that are really big into SLS cameras and stuff like that. I like to just try and stay as real as I can.
I would like an SLS camera, actually.
So do I. I really want one.
I'm 50-50 on that.
You know,
these are my two most expensive. That was £300, and that was my Coatless box was, I think, 170. They're my two most expensive.
I think the only reason I really want the SLS is because I want to test it myself.
Me too, Danny. See, that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. I want to see for myself whether or not I believe in the whether it's working or not. Yeah. Now, I've seen a couple of people that I know are good and solid, investigators, and they've used it, and they said, "Can you do this?" And then the same thing happened, and they said, "Can you do that?" And everything that they asked or showed was given back. You lift up one leg and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I wanted. I just want to see if it's I
can't remember who it was, but they got it to dance one time. I can't remember if it was Ghost Adventures or somebody else, but they actually got the spirit to dance when it was in its skeleton form. It was really funny. And you think, how could you do that? It's got to be real.
It was Ghost Adventures that did that. I'll do
was
this.
It Ghost Adventures?
And then I'll let Sherry talk. But the thing you have to remember, right? See the SLS camera.
It's Danny's on live.
See the SLS camera. This is what you've got to remember. See if you point it at your shadow, that'll map out a person.
Yeah, no. See, that's why I'm 50-50 on them. I don't mind them, but I'm not 100% on them, because I do believe that they can pick up on, like you said, Chris, shadows, unseen objects that we can't see with our eyes that might be there. I like I said, I believe it's 50-50. I do believe that they do get some genuine evidence, but then in another way, I believe that sometimes they can pick up false readings as
you
well.
have to Ghost Rangers. Definitely,
you have to be careful.
Experiment with the Ghost
You have to
Rangers.
be careful
Honestly,
on that,
I
yeah.
love one. I'm saving up for one right now.
What's the one?
Definitely saving up
What's the
for
one
one
that the Ghost Adventurers have got in itself? See how you've got the box that speaks Sherry.
Is it the SP7 you're on about?
There's the one that the Ghost
or
Adventurers
the Ovilus.
The
Ovilus.
You're on about this. There are different types of Ovilus, though. This is one of the older ones, but you can get all sorts of different Oviluses. You've got ones that you can get that have got like EMF readings and everything else in it. This is the old school one, and it's really, really cool. But they've brought quite a few more out since that are more up to date and stuff. But yeah, they are really good devices.
The top of the line ones are about £400, £500, just for the top of the line ones.
They're not cheap. This wasn't even cheap. You can get bits to add on to this, but
I'd like the other one that they get as well. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a black box and it has like all the different readings on it. I can't remember what it's called. A lot of the big investigators use it, especially Ghost Adventures, but it's quite expensive as well. But it's got like your EMF on it, all the different things that you need on it, the detectors. It's got all that on it. So I think I'd like one of them, but they're really expensive.
There's like things like the Raptor box and stuff like that, which are the ones with like the little circle sort of machine things that they use, and it talks. Like there's different types. There, some of them, like you said, Drew. So you got, if you're going to go into investigations and you're going to buy all this really up to date stuff, you've got to be prepared that you're going to have to pay money for it, because it's not cheap.
Definitely.
For a reason, you know what I mean?
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
expensive.
remember for a while there, they had like the George box and things that all came out, which was just basically much like a spirit box, but it had like a creepy voice. And I think it's called like the Geo box and things like that. And then you had the other one. I mean, all they basically do is the same as a spirit box, and you're paying all that extra money to it because it's got crystals on it, it's got copper and things on it to help spirit connect. But at the end of the day, you don't really need them. If the spirits are there and they want to talk, they'll talk. Do you know what? It just makes it.
I mean, that's the thing. You could be walking down a hallway with a wee torch, with no equipment, and you could see something walking in front of you. That's the thing. It's the same with Sherry and you, Drew. You don't need expensive equipment.
I know.
No, you don't.
If somebody want to speak to you, they'll speak to you. They'll find a way. You know.
I have never ever, like, none of my equipment that I have bought has ever been over 30 quid. None of it. Right? Even my cameras, my camera recorders and stuff like that. Like, and I've got some really good stuff on my channel. You don't need to have the top range notch equipment to get good evidence. If they want to show themselves to you and they want you to know they're there, they'll do it. You know what I mean? So
my thermal camera, Tom Buckmaster gave me that. He didn't give me it. He was selling it for £300 on eBay, and he let me buy it for, I think it was 150 or something like that. So I mean, anything, but that was my dearest one. I bought cash. But Wally had got me that for my birthday because he knew how much I'd wanted one, you know. And to be honest,
I encounter spirits.
I don't get much in communication with this unless I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's no much radio about. See, if I turn that on in the house, it's really hard to find the sweep where you can talk to just spirit.
There's no big question.
Usually in the middle of nowhere. Like, remember we took it to Glenbuck and it was really good up at Glenbuck because there's no much radio and things about up there. But the Coatless box, I think you need to be watched where you are.
Is that, Dobie's asking, is that the necrophonic app? You kind of what I'm talking about.
That's the one that sounds creepy that the wee girl comes through the most. Is the necrophonic. The Coatless box is the ones that Tom Buckmaster and that uses. It's just it has his grey.
Yes.
Mine's is box number 102. He always makes it exclusive to you, and it was born on the 14th of December 2019.
I would like a high quality camera.
Yeah. Chris,
camera.
I ain't
That's
kidding you.
the only
The
thing I
camera.
want to pay decent money for is a decent camera.
Yeah, me
With night
too.
vision on it. No, these you get them on Amazon for like 150, 160 £160, right? These night vision cameras. No, I'm talking about the real deal. I'm talking about like a Canon or a
Well,
Philips.
see the one I got. I think Danny, you've got the
Yeah,
same.
I'm trying
I've
to say
noticed.
something in the £900 range.
That was only £100 off at Amazon, and I'm telling you, it works just as good as any other camera. You just have to make sure you've got it on the right settings.
Aye.
Honestly, I can't.
See, I'd be too scared taking a £900 camera out ghost hunting in case I dropped it. You know what I mean? I'd rather have one that does just as good, but you don't pay as much for. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't want to pay 30, 40 quid for a night vision. I'm happy to pay 150 for a night vision camera, but I would never ever pay £900 for a video recorder that could get broke and you're going to kick yourself.
Groups, sister, that sells all these things like second hand and things, and you get them for a lot cheaper. You just need to make sure that you look at the reviews.
Obviously, yeah, if you're on TV or you're going into those sort of things, you're going to have very expensive and very decent equipment. That is understandable. But when you're doing it for your own, you know, it's up to you if you want to spend £900. I'm not telling you not to, but for some, you know, we don't have that sort of money. I can't spend £900 on a camera recorder. I can't afford it. You know what I mean? So
Chris has offered me a shot of his expensive camera, but I'm too scared to use it. And Chris, I'm like, no, you follow.
And I've got some amazing stuff just through normal cameras and normal equipment.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And some telephones these days have got a better camera than some of the cameras.
Oh, yeah, some of the phones are really good.
Yeah.
Sophistication, exactly. Sophistication.
The one that we're spitting out before was called a Paratech. Whoever asked that.
That's it. Paratech.
Paratech. Paratec.
Right.
Paratech. Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of different equipment out there that you can use. I mean, for your meters, but it's recorders. I need to find a decent recorder that'll let me hear EVPs. I've got this one and I've got a wee grey one. I don't even know where the grey one is, but it's as if you can hear something, but you just can't quite make it out because it makes that much staticky noise. I need to get a good one.
You need to watch what you buy off
yes,
Amazon
please.
and eBay.
Yeah, you do have to look really into it, and you have to be able to trust some of the people who buy it off and things like that, and just always be aware. And like I said, like, I'm not telling you what to do or what to buy. If you want to buy a £900 camera or a £500 SLS camera, that's up to you. I'm just saying you can get just as good evidence through just using everyday equipment that you pay next to nothing for.
Olympus. I just bought a cheap $20 Olympus recorder.
Me too.
And you know what? This is it here.
That's mine. I've had it for 2 years, and that gets some amazing evidence.
This thing works better than the $200 ones.
That one was, I think that was £15 or something, that one, but it really isn't any good, honestly. I've tried all the different settings on it.
That's my most expensive. That was 40 quid, the Olympus one. But you know, I've seen EVPs that are 150, £200 that people have used, and they really ain't that great.
But
these are amazing
for you though.
They're amazing.
Speaking of recording,
do you put it?
Danny, let Danny speak, and then I'll go back to you, Drew.
Sorry, sweetie. Didn't mean to.
That's okay.
When I first started, you know, we used to have to go and we do investigation, because don't forget, I didn't start as a paranormal investigator. I started as a druid and a shaman and a priest. Yes. And so I'd have to go to houses, sometimes do blessings, exercise the house, exercise the people, that kind of stuff. It's my job, you know, not the investigation is just something I do for fun, to relax, which seems really weird. But anyway, because the job is pretty hairy, it gets really scary. And then I do this for fun, which is really dumb, but that's what I enjoy doing. Anyway.
Yeah, he's got the same as me. That's what mine is. I've got the same.
When I first started, I had a reel-to-reel, you see. That's all we had back then was a reel-to-reel. And this thing was about, I don't know, 24 inches long, about 10 inches wide, and about 12 inches high. And then the reels were 14 inches, these reels, you know. And it weighed about 42 pounds, this thing. It was huge, heavy as hell. It had to come into like like those old sewing machines that had the box on it and they had the handle. This is what this came.
Right.
When that
Yeah.
a very heavy thing. Anyway, and boy, did we ever get some good crap on that. I loved it. It's a very good tool. But anyway, so I think I was doing it for about 10 or 12 years. Yeah, I think it was about 10 or 12 years. They came out with a new one.
Yeah.
Right? A new one. And we were over the moon. We were bloody going nuts because this thing was only 4 inches thick. Right? It was 8 inches high and 9 inches long. And it only weighed 4 pounds. Right?
Wow.
It only weighed 4 pounds. Anyway, and it was just as good as the big one, but the big one you can record for 8 hours. This one was only an hour to 2 hours that you could record, right? But I mean, what the hell? We're just going for an investigation to see if we could get any voices,
evidence,
good or otherwise, right? So anyway, I got this thing, and we were excited, jumping over the moon, because now we got this tiny tape machine that only weighs 4 pounds. We were so excited, and jumping for joy, and now we got this.
Good God.
Like what the hell? What the hell? And I can record 12 hours on this little piece of crap, and I'm thinking to myself, but you know what? I still use the small reel-to-reel because you do get different EVPs, because some of the when you think about the tape recorder, it's a metallic tape, right? The spirits are speaking using EMP and electric static.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think records onto the tape? It's electrostatic energy that records on the actual tape. So
exactly.
I've had it running, and I've got like an entire conversation on the reel-to-reel. Not one EVP on these new ones. Not one.
Wow.
And then I've had other times where I got like conversations on this and squat on the other
one.
Right.
So, it's good to use both, because, a lot of times you'll get answers on the old school stuff and nothing on the new stuff. And then other times new and not.
And that's why I use both. Like, I'll use the equipment, but I'll also use the other things like the bowls and the noise frequencies and things like that, because a lot of the older spirits are way back only know that way to do things. They only know like the bowl and the noise frequencies and those sort of things. You stick one of these in front of them, they're like, what the hell's that?
No, what the hell?
I've noticed that they've got like SP, as in like a kind of, I don't know what the SP means and the HP means, and it's got voice activating and things. So what's the best set to put it on then? The SP meaning low frequency, or the HP meaning high frequency? So what's the best mode to put it on to record DVPs or voice activation even?
I use low, but
low, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I use low most of the time.
Right, well, I'll try low, because I've never had any luck doing it with the voice activation ever.
No, the voice activation's crap. Don't use that, because
I don't use voice activation on anything.
Aren't on our wavelength. It's a different wavelength. So voice activation 8 times out of 10 won't work. I mean, sometimes it will, but very seldom. Right.
So use the low vibration then.
Have it on low, because that way, even the quietest EVP is going to react to it.
Right. Okay, I'll try that then. Maybe I'll get better.
If you think about it, the noise frequencies are noise frequencies and levels of like Earth itself, spirit levels, and that when they're in that, like you think the spirits are in different planes and can hear, see, feel in different levels. So that's what this red noise and black noise, pink noise, and all of that is. They can do different things in different levels, because it's where the astro plane is and where they're in between. So you could get different spirits doing different things. So
I'll definitely try the SP then.
I mean, this is what I mean by being ridiculous, right? Like, there's a ghost hunt that it's said EVP recorder, right? It's EVP recorder on Amazon, and they want 100 and 50 quid.
That's
for
right.
That.
That's right. Well, I got to get going, guys.
Catch you later, Danny.
Okay, Pops, love you.
Love you too. So check out the EVP pump, how to build your own EVP pump. Okay, it's only going to cost you $3 or $4.
I'm going to check that out. I want one.
You can make 6 or 7 of them, fill up a room with it. You know, it's a lot of fun to use. Okay. And I will be showing you how to make REM pods and probably a couple other things.
Yeah. I've got an extra of everything.
because a lot of times, you know, like when we were doing it, you know, you got to remember 52 years now almost that I've been doing this. Okay. I've had to invent a lot of crap. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And now I'm watching all this ghost hunt, this, that, and I'm going, oh, this new equipment, and I'm like, are you serious?
I definitely liked the one yesterday where you were showing us how to make the EMF pump. I thought that's doable. Yeah. Definitely doable.
Yeah, anyone can do it. It's very simple to do.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have a look at that. I'm going to look into those.
Yeah, like I'll be showing you how to do it. It's so simple. And, you know, I can show you how to put an off-on switch and everything on that.
Yeah, you're going to have to show me, because I am not technical savvy.
Right? You want it on? Put on the battery. You want it off? Take the battery off.
Take the battery off.
There's your switch. See right here.
Yeah, it works just as good, doesn't it?
There's your switch. See?
Yeah.
So all you need is a battery. You need this thing. Where'd that little motor go?
Yeah, no, I'm a lot better. Thank you, NK Hunt installing.
Hi, NK. I didn't even see you come in.
This little motor, okay? And you need one magnet, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, but I'm a woman and I don't do technology, so I would need to be shown how to do it. I don't do technology either, sister, but it really does look doable. You give us the technology of witchcraft, we'll do it for you happily, pups. But when it comes to technology and computer and all that, no.
This is so simple.
It does look doable, sister, honestly.
You can mix up a potion, you can do this. Okay, this is so simple.
I'll get a back.
And I break it right down.
Definitely, Christy. Give it a go. I think you were surprised.
It's very simple. So simple, it'll make you laugh. And they pay, you know, they want you to pay $80 for this crap.
I know, it's crazy, isn't
it?
$80. $80 you want? Oh, you can take a long hard stuff on the arse. I ain't giving you $80
in your hands. Like, is that a motor?
Yeah, it's just a little motor, like a little racing car motor or OPS.
Yeah, that's what a magnet thing is.
PlayStation motor, you know. You just get them at the shop, and they're only like $3-4.
You get them. You get them. You get electric motors off eBay for a couple of pounds for a bag.
Well, Liam's got loads of remote control cars, so I'll just take one out that has remote control cars that he doesn't play with.
That's it. You know, it's very simple to make, and like I say, that's all you need. You know, and some electrical tape. That's it. You know? Yeah. So I mean, it's very.
Yeah, we're all for saving money. That Dobby's definitely.
You know, it's very, very, very simple. Okay.
And you could go and make 10 of them for less than what you would pay for one.
Yeah.
For sure.
So there's no way I'm going to spend all that money on that shit. I could buy myself a whole crap load of coffee. You know,
exactly, and I don't buy really expensive equipment. You don't need expensive equipment.
Oh, coffee! I love the color of your skin.
Oh,
I love the way your moves. I love the way you feel on my lips.
You should bring out your own brand of coffee.
Lie to me, coffee. Lie to me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was having a moment.
I need some private time with coffee.
Yeah, I need some private time with me coffee now. But yeah, so that's what that is. That you know, save money to buy coffee.
I've got bars shandy. I'm drinking bars shandy.
Oh, that's good too.
I've got my tea, my witch's brew.
Witch's brew tea. There you go.
Yep, and my Vimto.
All right.
Vimto.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check out that cinema, okay, and make your own.
Check it out, guys.
And I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things. Like when I make these REM pods, you know, they're going to be so cheap. You can make 6 or 7. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what I need.
Right. And then you can put them like coming down the stairs and see if they light up as someone walks down the stairs. You know, you can make a trail of them. And, you know,
hey, Gazzy's adventures.
For the price.
I think our neighbours are going to be going nuts because there's going to be things bleeping off everywhere for the next God knows how many hours.
For the
my
price
neighbours already think I'm weird.
For the price of one REM pod, you can make 14.
I know. You could put them in every
That's
hall.
what I'm saying. 14.
You can make
There you
14
go.
of them for the price of one. Okay.
Good God.
So
No.
I mean, come on.
Crazy.
And then you can make all these beautiful little REM pods. You can paint them, and you know you can put PWI pod.
Yes, see, you could market your own, guys.
New
Yeah.
paranormal pod, Age of Darkness.
Mine's will be blue with my DPV
As
on
our
it.
adventures, welcome.
You know.
Hi, Gaza.
Hey, Gaza. Okay, so anyway, that's it now. I'm going to go now because I said I was going to go 20 minutes ago, and then if I didn't go, then I'm still here.
Yeah, I can see Astro jumping up
And then you
behind
gotta
you,
walk.
so I don't know if you're meant to be doing something with him, Pups, but he's jumping about.
The problem is the
Hi,
squirrels.
Astro.
The squirrels is the problem.
look
Well,
after
they've
us
got the
all.
squirrels, and the squirrels come in, and the squirrels say, "Hey, you got to come and help us." Because the squirrels, they're kind of cute, aren't the squirrels cute? Anyway, the one squirrel said to me, and the other squirrel said, "Could you help us find our nuts?" So I got to go help the squirrel find their nuts because they don't know where their nuts are, and you know it's cold outside, so I don't want them not to have their nuts in a protected area.
Well,
I mean, their nuts should be
don't
someplace
Yeah.
warm.
you don't
Right.
want to see a squirrel with its nuts.
Because what if they're not?
What sort of nuts?
What
Pop? I hope you're on about the nuts that are hanging from the trees and not the nuts that are connected to them, because there's a problem.
Yeah, because what if their nuts are in the snowbank? You know,
Yeah.
that first squirrel with the nuts in the snowbank is not good. So I'm going to go help the squirrels find their nuts, and I will talk to you all later, okay?
Okay, love you, Pup.
Love and light. Talk to you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye,
Bye.
Astro.
Bye, Astro. It's you,
Astro
Karen.
says bye.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Danny's
That is a way
amazing, isn't he?
To help
Pups
the
is the
squirrels
best.
find
He
them.
is the best.
To help
But
the
honestly,
squirrels
the
find their
video he
nuts.
did was, it took, so I think it's about a 15-minute video. and
Hello,
he shows
Finky, my
exactly
darling.
how to make it. It's amazing.
Hey,
I
thank
mean,
you,
you're
viewers.
actually saving probably about £100 just to make them, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you know, if you've got someone that can give you that acknowledge and be able to learn you how to do that, it's really cool. And like you said,
I'm
you
gonna
could do 14 for the price of one. You know what I mean? Like
That's
win-win,
one for
really,
every
isn't it?
room, every hallway when you're out in investigations, isn't it? Really?
And you can never have enough REM pods and stuff like that because they go everywhere. So
Yeah, definitely. I
I'm
mean,
looking up on
I've
eBay
seen
right
a
now.
lot of places where there's like, but especially with NK Hauntings, where there's a lot of activity on the stairs and then maybe the landing and
Yeah.
then there's the other landing. So you could have one in each landing, even each room.
There you go. There you go. There's electric motors there for £3.
yeah,
Well,
her card is very beautiful. Thinking sends out beautiful cards.
Yeah, thinking of others, thank you very much. The card was absolutely beautiful. I just showed everybody.
The REM pods are really,
Everything
really
is
cool. See, like I bought this one, but luckily for me, I didn't spend 70, 80 or more like they normally are. This was another sort of one, and I only paid I think it was £29 for this, so I didn't mind. I didn't think that was too bad, but I wouldn't go and buy it again because, and obviously even more so now that Pups actually is going to learn us how to make them. So win-win.
I must say, Sherry, that one there is very noisy. It would wake the dead.
It is, but you need it to be noisy because when you're on investigations and you're walking away and you're doing something, you're going to hear it going off and you know somebody's touching it.
Especially if you're saying you're in a basement.
That's the same with this one.
The attic or something.
I won't turn this on because my neighbours will come and shoot me. But this is a motion sensor, and this goes off really, really loud. You'll hear that in the Sherwood Forest videos. You'll see this going off and the light flicks.
That one go off.
That's loud.
But, I mean, there's
And
lots
it's
of
controlled.
equipment, guys. But I'll definitely
That's beautiful cards, sis.
Yeah, I'll definitely do
That's
the
nice.
low frequency on my recorder from now on.
Yeah.
We'll just need to hope we get better technology. Eventually, we'll get
And
it
I've got
through.
a purple torch as well. You'll not see it.
Yeah,
probably.
no, I had some really
UV.
interesting experiences at Sherwood Forest, some really, really interesting experiences there. And a lot of the equipment was used really well by the spirits there. And that it's such a stunning and such a beautiful place, but the feeling of it changes completely at night.
Well, that's like
Completely.
Burwood. The security guy told us that it's so peaceful during the day, but the minute
At night it changes.
It really
I've been there through the day
changes.
for the festival, the Robin Hood Festival. I dressed up as Maid Marian, and I've got connections to Sherwood Forest, like past connections. So I've always wanted to go there, and I got to, and I see it in the day, and it was beautiful. It was calm. Everything was beautiful. I could see spirits around, but nothing that really steered me off and thought, oh, you know.
Yeah.
As soon as I got there at night, the 2 times we done the oh wow, it was so active, and the stuff going off, things being thrown at you.
Well, that's the
Like,
thing.
The big tree that you I don't know if it was yours or haunted finders, to be honest. You were standing next to the big oak tree or whatever it is, the oldest tree in the world, maybe even. And I can't remember if it was yours or haunted finders, but you could feel the actual energy and the spirits running about that. And I think one of you turned on a box, and the spirits were actually speaking to you through the box for that oak tree, that great big thing, that great
I
big
don't
oak
think that was me.
Maybe
I
haunted
obviously when
finders.
we went there, we weren't allowed to go. Well, you're not meant to go over the fencing anymore
No,
because
they
you can
didn't go over
you
the
can
fence.
damage
Just
her by
through the
walking
fence.
onto it because of how old she is, and because
Right.
of all of the polling and the stuff that's up as well. It's
Yeah.
too unsafe.
Yeah, they
But
stood next to the fence.
we'd gone through management and asked for the investigations because they don't just like people turning up there and doing investigations. They hate it, and we asked for permission, and they said that it was okay to go there, and they gave me permission to get over the fence to go and touch up because I'm linked to the old oak, and I could feel a lot from her, and I was like, can I just once just get over the fence just to touch her, like just have one touch? And the feeling I got from her, wow.
What's the age?
But we never done the spirit box around her. We done
really
it over the fence away from her. But there's a lot of spirits talking.
Chris, it's
What's the age yet?
You need to
'Cause
go.
that
What's
one-
the age? Well,
it's really
they
old.
say that she's about 1,000 years old or coming up to 1,000 years old, but she
That's
could
old.
be older, but they can't really tell how old she is until she actually physically comes down and they can actually measure how old she is, because part of her is dead, but a lot of her is still alive, so they don't want to be interfering with her and killing her. She's huge. Some of the limbs are hundreds and hundreds of pounds that they have to be held up by poling as they'd snap. That's how big she is and how heavy she is. She's very old. Very, very old.
They say that that's where Robin Hood hid. There's actually a bit in the middle of it. They said that Robin Hood used to hide in the middle of it. So there's like
she's got this doorway. She's got this doorway, but it's started to overgrow a little bit because of where she's been there for so long. But you can still see a gap where you can see in, and then it's all hollow inside. And it's where they would have like hid their food and their treasures and stuff that they would have got from the rich to give back to the poor. They used to put everything in there. They used to also use that area to hide out from the sheriff and things like that as well. And they used to have all their feasts and their meals up there. They would invite rich people to eat with them. If they weren't loyal to them or nice to them, they would nick the gold from them and stuff like that.
But I mean, that's an amazing place anyway, Sherwood Forest. It's see, if you're in Nottingham or something, I think it's a must to visit. I mean, I'm doing it.
You have to go to see it.
When lockdown
does investigation there.
It's absolutely beautiful there. Even if it's just to walk, it's beautiful. And the tree, just to see her herself. She's the only thing that is left from Robin Hood. You know what I mean? And the forest. It's absolutely beautiful. It is. It's got a lot of history.
Here the old pictures of Birkwood, Chris. I was noticing there's a great big grand old oak tree right in the old gardens, and I was wondering if it's still there. We'll need to maybe investigate that and see if the oak tree's still there. I'd love to see that as well. I've never seen it when I've been down in the last year or that, but I would really know that there. I will need to look. I think the energy coming off that would be really good.
And going to Sherwood Forest in August is really cool because that's when they do the Robin Hood Festival for 3 days, and they talk about Robin Hood. They have different music and stuff going on, and they talk about the stories and about the forest and what they did. It's just so cool, and lots of people are dressed up and lots of stuff going. It's just amazing.
You'd need to see one of those pictures, Chris, where it's actually in the gardens, and that is the view of the gardens, and you see the big old oak tree in the middle. I'd like to see if that's still there.
I think so. I've got it in here somewhere. I've got hundreds.
It was actually on that thing you posted. I seen it.
What?
Remember the thing you had posted on the Birkwood post?
Right. Aye.
Yeah.
In that. That's where I did see it because it was a right old picture, and you see the oak sitting in the right middle of the gardens.
Aye,
but
it's.
I've never really been that far into the gardens. to investigate. But I'd love to know that I know that's there.
Yeah, you can. You do lots of stuff there. They learn your archery. They learn. They do these little stage out things where they're on the horses, and they do that thing with the long sword thing that they had, and they do so many things there. It's absolutely amazing.
That's where we met.
Oh, look at that castle.
That's good. We actually went to the Notting. What was it? The Robin Hood Experience, though, but that's where we met Haunted Finders, and it was really weird, honestly. You could see the orbs and that a lot. And I had said to the spirits, where do you think I'm from? And they said, Aberdeen. I was like, no, I'm more Scottish, but not for Aberdeen. It's so funny.
There's a lot of places.
The thing is there's so many areas that are linked to Robin Hood as well, not just for Sherwood Forest. There's other areas that is linked to.
Another 4 videos that I did that night with Haunted Finders. I'll need to get them edited and get them up. Now that I know how to edit properly.
And I've got my videos where I've done my investigations there, and I've got the daytime ones where I went to the festival. There is also some streams that I've done where I actually spoke about Sherwood Forest and things like that as well.
Yeah. I don't think you realise you've really got on your channel, to be honest, Sherry. You've got a really load. I was looking at them last week. A few of them.
Oh, I used to be addicted to filming Drew badly. Like I would do streams nearly every week, but just recently I haven't been, and I do need to get back into it. But at the minute, we've not been able to go out and things like that. It kind of just puts a downer on things, doesn't it? A bit.
Once we
a Friday and a Sunday, weren't we, Chris? At one point, it was a Friday and a Sunday we were looking at,
but I am meant to be live tomorrow. I'm meant to be live tomorrow doing a music stream to cheer everybody up. So I haven't done it for a while, and I might, if I'm feeling up to it, do some paranormal in the evening. If not, I will be doing that on Monday.
I need to do that. Heal the world spell, but whatever it was called, the ritual. We need to get that done as well.
But hopefully soon we'll be going out ghost hunting.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of things at the forest, cryptoids, elemental, all sorts. There's everything you could probably imagine being there, fairy, everything.
Sorry, sis. My dad said he's going to learn me to drive, and he's going to give me his wee blue car. So
wow!
I just need the one car now. So hopefully in the next couple of months, he'll be learning me to do that.
I want to learn to drive, but I'm a bit scared of it.
So he says that if I do that, he'll give me the blue car.
Parachills, boss man, hello.
Parachills is in, yes.
Parachills, hello there.
Hello. I did say that you was going live earlier. I got a message saying, when are you all live? I said, we're on now.
Welcome.
YouTube.
So yeah, Parachills is our boss man, everyone. That's Chris, the guy that we talk about regularly on our channel.
Please subscribe.
He is now physically here.
I actually shared the video that you did, the promotional video on the Parachills YouTube channel. I shared that today. So
thank you, sis.
So hopefully we'll get subscribers up into Parachills.
Hello, sorry, we had a premiere tonight. Hey?
All right. Sorry,
I didn't know you had a premiere. When?
Didn't know.
We will go and watch it straight after.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Listen, guys, I've made Parachills a mod. Parachills, could you drop your link? Could you all subscribe to Parachills?
Yeah, drop your link in, boss man, and then they can support you as well.
The link that he drops, please go and give him a subscribe, and it'll help the channel grow.
I'll drop mine as well, guys, while we're here.
I only decided on it earlier as I had some footage to use. Well, you should have let us know, messaged us so we knew. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's there. I'll watch it.
As well, just in case, maybe use some of you that haven't got me. Subscribe, please, would you? Because I'm only 10 away from my 600.
Come on, guys, hit those support buttons for my sister. Help her to get to her goal.
Jumping back for 991, 992, sorry.
They do that a lot, sis. I had that when I was getting near that level, around the 600-700. You go up, down, and then it just flies.
Yep. So I need to get by the 600, guys. So please subscribe to me. I will subscribe back, I promise.
I am at 711 subscribers. Did you know
Yeah.
with YouTube it's
Yeah,
different?
and my brother.
With YouTube, see if you've got, like, say, 800 subscribers, it will show that you've got 710 to 708. I worked it out. So in actual fact, you'll probably be past the 600.
Right.
So you
It's
just need
crazy.
to.
I don't know how they work it out.
Wow, 15 hours, boss.
I've got 3 days of analytics missing as well.
Yeah,
I don't
no, the thing is sometimes
Thanks,
on
Scott,
YouTube,
Silver.
they go through stages where they take stuff away and they put stuff back, because sometimes some
Yes.
people that support you are not real supporters. They're those ones that click and go away.
Yeah.
So they take things that, and it fluctuates.
14
normal.
subscribers in the one day, and out of the 14 subscribers in the one day, I think I get 5. They took all of them off me. So I
Yeah,
don't
I've
know.
noticed you took some time off, boss man. I think you probably needed that with all the work and everything. Do you know what I mean? But
I need to
anyone that don't know who Parachills is, this is a company that does work in investigations and in research. We work with paranormal, supernatural, cryptoids, aliens, and UFOs. The more sensitive cases like missing people and cold cases, we work to approve and disprove the life that a lot of people do not know about.
And we
You
will
know,
hope to get the
that's what we're
chance
here
to
to
do
do.
these places ourselves, guys, and you trust all of us, so you'll know that when
You
we
trust us, we're part of it.
you know that you trust what we
If you want a chance to be something and you want to be bigger and you want to, you know, if you investigate or you research and you do all this really cool stuff, but you feel you're not being noticed, Parachills can help you to do that. If you're trained or not trained, it don't matter with us as well, because you can be trained if you're not trained, and it's free. So it's a really amazing company to come over to, and there's a very good community of family as well.
All get merch on there, so buy our merch, guys.
Merches, different contests, all sorts of things, guys.
You have
Lots
to
and lots
try
of doors.
it, guys. Honestly, it's
Just
worth
looking for the link. I'm just getting the link for Parachills. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, make sure
my birthday's coming up, and all my
go check them up. Go check
merch.
them out. If you ain't got them already or you've not looked into them, go look at them. They're very, very good.
Hot and Shell, if you shared them on my channel, my YouTube, my Facebook channel a few times, the link should be there.
It is in the chat box to the channel now. I've popped it in.
It's not that we're going to be. Parachills is going to be going live on his channel a lot more, and we'll all be his guests and day parts and things. You'll see us up, and we'll talk about all these different cases that we've worked on, what we do to help people. So definitely subscribe and hit the bell. The hitting the bell is the most important part.
Yeah, hitting the bell, supporting. Just coming over and having a look, guys, and supporting, you know, like we've got all sorts of links there, donation links. The donation links will help us to continue to do our investigations, to help the clients that come to us, and it helps us to be able to research and investigate the way we want to. You've got your merch stores and bits like that. So please come and check us out. We're worth it. Definitely worth it.
You need to come in, guys. You need to come in.
And we're real. We're real.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't fake things.
So anything that we put out, you know that's going to be real, because you just know that we wouldn't fake anything.
Exactly. Everybody in that division is real. We're all real.
Go over to the website and read some of the cases that we've done just now. Some of them are really, really interesting, and I bet.
Right.
Do you want me to put all of the? Let me put all of the links in so they can get them, because they might not be right. So this one here is the blog.
I hadn't heard of, honestly. So you'll be interested in some of these cases. They're really amazing to read.
Yeah, you've got to go and check the cases out, guys, because we do put a lot of time and effort into that work, and it's really worth the read up. So this first one here is where you can click to come over. It's the blog page. That's where you can check our cases that we've done on Adput Public. Just got to go down the page to find the rest.
One that all investigators will be on. That'll be interesting. Can't wait to hear about that, Boss Chris.
So you put your back out, boss man. How did you do that?
Don't ask. We maybe don't want to know.
Oh yeah, no, true, yeah, yeah. Keep it to yourself, unless it isn't naughty.
Yeah.
Hey, Shrimp Shack. Please give that link a look, guys. Please go in lifting. He's been lifting.
We have got some handsome investigators for all you single ladies out there as well. There's some really handsome investigators on Parachills.
Drew, we're not.
I'm just encouraging some of my friends to go over.
Come on, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Go if you want some eye candy, as Drew's saying.
Yes, you'll
Come
want
over
to
to
go to the
Parachills.
American team because there's only one man in the British team, really. No. Well, there's two. There's three. Because there's Lex too. Forgetting about him.
Yeah. They're all
Right,
handsome
that's an
men.
Instagram video. Why am I putting an Instagram video up? Oh yeah, that's my Instagram video. Sorry.
There. I think I'm getting on the camera. Oh, and then you'll see Boss Chris. He's getting on camera.
Oh, is he coming in?
I don't know if he means just now or on the next thing he's doing.
It's the next thing he's doing.
Oh, what, you going live again, boss man, then? When you're doing that?
It's been interesting, like, yeah. See, we wanted everybody
so
pushing you out to see the faces.
Check that out, guys.
This next link is the merch store.
The merchandise.
The merchandises. Go check it out if you want to look cool.
And everything's so expensive, guys. Honestly, there's aprons and things. I'm going to get the apron for when I do my spell work, and I think it's only 50.
It's very good priced, and you get a lot of options. There's a lot of stuff you can choose from. This one is the donations, guys. So if you want to donate to us and help us to keep doing our amazing work, please do so.
When you're cooking, but see, when I mix a lot of oils and do a lot of witchy stuff, and you're getting a right mess. So the apron is going to be really handy for me.
Yeah, that'd be ideal for me and you, sis.
Yeah, definitely getting an apron.
Witches are messy.
And my two wee nieces and nephews have just had newborn babies, and they're actually going to get their newborn babies Drew's paranormal outfits. I was like, oh, how cute. So they're going to be getting named for the babies.
The next one is the sister channel that I've just put up. So you can go on there and you can look at all the numerous links and everything else, guys, and keep an eye. Then we've got the Let Us Investigate. Now, if any of you have got cases to do with missing people, cold cases, or any of the other cases in paranormal, supernatural, and all that, you can get hold of us and our boss man on this link.
You're right.
Hit that.
Live streams for a year now. And honestly, our Chris is is really good at it. He'll help you figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know how to
and the last link, but not the least, is the Join Us button, which is really important.
Yeah, you've got to join.
Because that is how you can join our team, guys. So if you're into doing that, hit that link.
Oh, you're the team. I didn't realise that. You're the ghost. Right. I get it now. Right. Okay. I'm the team leader for the Canada. Right.
So, yeah, they're all of the Parachill links, guys. If you want to please come over and check us out. We cannot say to you enough. We put enough videos out, and we're not putting these videos out to try and pee you off. We're trying to do it because we need more amazing people like you to come and join our team.
Honestly, you'll enjoy them. Read them, please read them. They're amazing, and half of them you'll know
you've got lots of opportunity. You've got lots of doors opening. You can reach the goals you've always dreamed of if you join them. All you've got to do is press that join the button link, and your dreams could come true. All I'm saying.
Hello, Jonathan.
Oh, you're Jonathan. Right, okay, I get you. I know who you are. Ghost Rangers. Right.
Hello, Ghost Rangers. How are you?
You forget that these people are
hello, Shrimp.
I don't know them. I'm obviously Drew's Paranormal Vlog, but I'm Andrina on Parachills.
Yeah. On Parachills, you have to have your proper names because it is a company and it's a
Yes.
business, so you need to
And
be legit.
You will,
So,
but
yeah.
well, if you do join, you have to sign a thing to say you'll not talk about certain cases, you know.
Yeah. And
Because
none of the
that's
stuff
privacy.
that is spoke about on Parachills or privately in Parachills is to be said on here, and you're not to give out the link to the system that you join the team of, because that is private and confidential because of cases that we're working on.
But we'll keep you right, guys, if you join. Well, if you stay
You're
join,
gonna love it. You'll love it. Just take a chance, guys. Come on. I was a YouTuber. Drew was a YouTuber. Chris was a YouTuber. We were doing well. We were known on here for who we are, but we wanted to be something, and we've been given that opportunity. And you guys can have the same.
it's got
You know what I mean?
it's Dash. It's Sherry's dog, Dash. He senses the
Yeah,
spirits.
it's Dash. He's moaning at Chloe that's in the doorway at the moment.
That's why I shut my dog out my room, because I don't get peace. She just
Mine
chases
doesn't get in my room.
around.
I've
got a wee girl spirit
The
here.
problem is, if I shut him outside the door, he will whine, he will scream, because he is my mental health dog. He keeps an eye on me and makes sure if he's not around me, he will not cope well. He's here for my reason. So
we will keep you right, boss Chris. We will keep you right.
I just, I can't wait to this.
Here he is. Baby. Look, there's Drew and Chris. All the guys in the room.
You can tell its tail's gone.
Dash. There's a boy. There's a boy. Dash.
Hey, Dash.
No,
You've got StreamYards, yeah. Well, he's saying he's got StreamYards. You should have come up, boss. You could have come up and said hello to everyone.
Yeah, we'll definitely get it arranged. If you need any help, there's always Chris, Sherry, or I. You can ask.
He's got StreamYards. He's got StreamYards because he spoke to me on StreamYards.
I think he just doesn't know how to put the links and things out to get other people on panel.
Right, well, at the bottom of your page, there should be a invite. And when you press the invite, there is a link. You copy that, and that's what you give. Then you'll hit the other box, copy and paste, and it'll bring the link up.
Yeah, it's easy. We'll walk you through it whenever you want to go live. Honestly.
That's why it's good to have some YouTubers on your team, boss.
Yeah.
They know the stuff.
We've been doing it for over a year now. Chris,
and I've been doing it for 7 years, nearly. 7 years.
Sherry taught me how to do it on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, so we do that.
Dogs are the best animal in the world, and they are such good companions. But sometimes when they whinge, they can be a bit annoying. But I would never change my boy's my life. I'd be lost without him.
See, when they say spirits, though, it's no good.
This is Parachills, guys. This is the site you want to subscribe to. Parachills.
Yeah. And a lot coming up on their YouTube channel, guys. I can promise you, you want to go over, subscribe, and hit the bell.
Yeah, hit that bell.
Get to know everybody.
And catch them, because they are live on their channel. They're going to be live on their channel quite a lot. So there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff.
As we said, it's not just ghosts, it's cryptoids, it's UFOs, it's missing. Well, we might not do the missing cases, obviously, the cold cases. But it's everything to do with supernatural. There's a bit for everybody.
Boss man, when you go on to StreamYards, do you use a phone or do you use a laptop? Because if you use the laptop, it is easier because you'll see everything at the bottom. If it's a phone, I'm not so sure about, because I don't really use a phone to go on StreamYards.
I'll show you exactly what it looks like with a phone. I'll show you exactly what it looks like with a phone. I stream from my phone in my car quite a lot, so I'll show you what it's like. See, that's what it's like.
Oh,
turn that down now, please.
StreamYard.
It's quite hard.
I have a PC. Oh, that should be all right for you. Then you'll have all of the bits at the bottom, and it's the one with the people saying invite. If you click that, that's where your link is.
Yeah. You'll be perfectly fine.
And you can actually get the link before you go live, so you can get people to come on your panel before you go live. You just do that.
Just mail one is before you go live, and we'll help you.
Yeah.
Aye, but I was about. Sherry will be about, Drew will be about, or I'll be about. One is
Chris learnt me, so Chris is the man to see. If he's not around, just mail me or mail Sister Sherry, and we'll help you out. No problem. You've helped
StreamYards
us.
is good, I must admit.
See,
StreamYards
even the
is
most
good.
professional have little problems that we don't understand. You know, it's normal.
It's good to help back.
Yeah. Dash. Seriously.
Remember that you've got to be set up for 24 hours before you can actually live stream. You've got to have it activated for 24 hours before you can actually
I
do
have
live.
everything set up anyway. I have for the what's that say? Narration.
Uh-huh.
Irish.
Just to be first sign up, it takes 24 hours for them to verify your email address and different things. So, and I think that's caught a lot of people out.
What?
Yeah, well, I know that he has got StreamYards. He's had that for a while, so he'll be all right on that side. He's just got to learn how to hit the link.
Chris, that you invited me into StreamYards, and then we thought we could go live straight away, but it takes 24 hours for it to
It does normally.
Remember? So that's how we took it off for the
That's what happened with me. I was like, oh, this is a scam. I've not been able to go live. And they said, no, it takes 24 hours. Like, I was like, oh.
I think it's just so they make sure that you're a legit channel and that you're no.
Yeah.
Well,
just one of
the thing is,
is StreamYards better than Streamlabs Orbs?
Yes.
That's the one I have installed. I personally think StreamYards is better than Streamlabs. I've had both. Streamlabs was okay, but I found there was a lot of glitches and stuff with that system. This one is a lot better.
It's very slow. Definitely use. Yeah, definitely use StreamYards. No, the stream. No, that.
StreamYards is the better one.
Yep.
Yes.
The other one is very, very slow.
But I'm live streaming on my iPad. You don't need to use a PC. You can use an iPad.
Yeah, I noticed that, Chris. You use your iPad a lot.
And I'm on my laptop and I'm on StreamYards and it's doing fine as well.
Well, I'm
on. There you go.
I'm actually on the laptop, but because I've not got a phone or that I can use to do it.
It's been a good night tonight, hasn't it?
It has. It was interesting to talk about the equipment, and it was really good to get that little chat going with Pups. It was really good to have all of us up here.
We didn't talk about the laser, which is one of the other brilliant tools, but we'll talk about that next time.
We'll talk about that next time. Maybe next time, if you want, Boss Chris, if you want, you can join us.
Yeah, you can come up and show your face, boss, because we talk about you a lot, but nobody's got to meet you yet. So it might be a better thing if they see your face. It might make people come to you a bit quicker.
Oh no, smoking my Twitch. I better not start the night against us.
What I was thinking.
I used Melon app. What's Melon app? Oh, Melon. Yes.
But we would all have to use the same app to go live together if you want us to be guests.
Aye, boss. Listen, Boss Chris. All you need to do is at the bottom where it says invite. I could post it out the noon. You could join, no problem. But see, I tell you what we'll do. Sherry, Drew, do you want to do a live on Wednesday, and we'll get Boss Chris in.
For sure.
Because I'm just about to go off the new, but we could do a live on Wednesday, and we could get Boss Chris in if you want.
If you want to come up on Wednesday, Boss Man, we can talk about Parachills maybe.
Explain that to you.
Have you come and talk a little bit about your company. It'd be better coming from you.
So if you're ready to start a broadcast, it's actually easier if you've already started your broadcast to add people. Sorry. Because all the links come up at the bottom of your screen. So it's actually easier if you're already.
So if you are ready to begin a broadcast, how do you add people to it? So say like you come onto your StreamYards and you're sitting there, you'll go in, it'll say enter, you put your name, you put what you want to put onto the screen, then it'll enter it, you'll come in, and then you have to click your box to add yourself onto your screen. Now at the bottom, there are like 4 or 5 different bits. There's the mute, stop camera, camera mic, share, and this one it says live studio, but on yours it'll say invite guest if you're the one going live. You press the invite guest and press the link, copy the link, and it'll copy it to your finger. You just copy and paste it into Messenger, Parachills, wherever you want to do it, and they can click that link and they can join up to you on StreamYards. When they come into the bottom of your page, you'll have to click them on their screen for them to add onto the screen, like me, Chris, and Drew are like at the minute. But we can learn you.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what we'll do is, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Boss Man said he'll make an appearance on Wednesday.
Definitely, Wednesday. With a pleasure.
We will make Wednesday a talk about Parachills.
Yes, for sure.
About how you started the company where it's going and stuff like that. So listen, everybody, I'm
Oh,
going
there Andrew just did as well. Andrew, we're just gone, my friend.
Hey, Andrew. We're just
It
going,
would be
but
cool to go live with him because it'd be good to see him up here.
that's what we'll do. So listen, guys, I'm just going to end it. You two, if you want to stay in the chat, I'll talk to you when I end this. Catch you all later, guys, and we'll be back on Wednesday to talk about Parachills.
I'm live Monday night, guys. I'm live Monday
and I'm
night.
live tomorrow night, music channel, then maybe possibly Monday for paranormal. But check us out for Wednesday on Brothers channel with Bossman.
If you don't mind, will you join me again this Monday night for like last Monday so I can run Facebook and
and Sister Drew Monday. I'll come up with your sis if you want.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll post the links in Age of Darkness for both of your
so
channels.
Be safe, be real, be true, and stay spooky, guys.
Stay safe, guys, and catch you later,
Listen, guys.
Bye.
See you later, boss, and everybody.